Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another edition of the Tank's World podcast. I am Tank, and I have Protomet here, and I haven't done this in a good minute.
A minute? It seemed like a year. Maybe I'm just not paying attention.
Good possibility. And today's movie, if you can't see the thumbnail, is The Hills Have Eyes.
You could also look at the title. That's also a good indicator.
That too. See, this is why he's here. He knows things that I don't. But then I know things that he don't. Not very often, though.
And then there are things that neither of us know, but other people do. And
they don't tell us. They just don't.
They're assholes like that.
Yep.
Not telling us stuff they don't know we don't know. Jerks.
Boom. Okay. This movie takes place in a desert.
It is directed by Wes Craven.
Yes.
This was before his Nightmare on Elm Street stint.
Mm-hmm.
And by stint, I mean he did like 2 movies in the whole series.
Yeah, just 2. Original and New Nightmare.
Yeah.
We'll discuss that when we get there. We got a ways to go.
This is one of the more realistic horror movies.
Yes, that could actually happen.
I mean, there were a lot of realistic horror movies, but this is like one of the more grounded ones.
Mm-hmm. So, pretty much a family had like a couple kids, and then just one turned out more.
It's like an older couple with 3 kids, one of whom is married and has a kid.
Yeah.
A baby.
Little baby.
They're going on vacation through the desert because apparently there's like some silver mine in this particular area that they're going to go look at.
The caretaker to the gas station pretty much tells them that mine has been empty for years.
Yeah, you're better off just
keep going.
Just stay on the road. Don't veer away. Don't.
And guess what happens? They go off the road.
Now, before this family even arrives at the guy's gas station, he talks with what turns out to be his granddaughter.
Ruby? I think her name's Ruby.
Maybe. I know that all her brothers and her dad are all named after planets.
Yep.
Though
Jupiter.
Though it's probably more the case of them being named after Roman gods. Mm-hmm. But, yeah. Anyway, he's talking to her. He's telling her that he can't really trade with their family anymore because a lot of people are starting to get suspicious of stuff going on. Mm-hmm. Even had the Air Force going by doing searches for stuff. Mm-hmm. And he was thinking of just heading out of town. Like there's a town. It's
a shack.
It's literally just a gas station in the middle of literally nowhere.
Literally fucking nowhere. So the family shows up, and the old guy fills up. I don't really have much left, but I could get you where you need to go, but stay on the road. Then they have this family has 2 dogs, the Beast and Beauty.
I just now got that reference. I did not realize that. To be a bit fair to me, for a decent chunk of the movie, I thought one of the dogs' name was Judy. Judy and Beast. Yeah, that makes complete sense.
So the gas station owner or attendant is starting to fill up, and both dogs just kind of get up inside their camper and opens up the window and just start barking at them.
Which they do.
Well, that's what dogs do.
That's what dogs do. I have a dog that I see literally every day, and every time I walk in the door, he starts barking at me as though I were an intruder.
You
Dog, Kenny, I have literally picked up your shit. Come on, man.
I can understand him barking at me. He only sees me roll up on my bike.
I mean, that's fair. I can understand that. But me, literally every day, as soon as I walk in the door, he starts barking at me.
But then when you just walk past him and grab a plate, he's all lovey-dovey.
Oh yeah, because now I've got food that he could potentially get some of. Dogs are stupid, and we love them.
Oh yeah, I love dogs. Unless they bite me.
Yeah.
So the dog, I guess the mother of the group says, "Oh, they're harmless." Apparently, later in the movie, we find out that the beast got hold of a poodle and ripped it to shreds. The dad had to pay vet bills for a dead dog.
Oh yeah, no, they're harmless. That is the general response of any dog owner.
Yeah. Oh, it's harmless. That won't bite you.
Oh, they're just trying to be friendly. That's why they're barking at you. It's like...
It depends. If they let you sniff you, you should be fine. But let them sniff you a few more times before actually petting. Okay, now that we're done talking about dogs...
Which will not be the last time we do it in this video.
But the dog that's in close vicinity of us.
But anyway, one of the dogs gets into the gas station where the granddaughter is hiding. Except by the time that the dog's owner goes into the shack and follows it out into the backyard, she's long gone.
Yep.
And presumably taken back to their homestead by one of her brothers. I'm not sure which.
I don't know exactly what it could be. I'm thinking it's a brother because we do see a big mama.
Like it's absolutely one of her brothers because I recall hearing her talking with one of them, but we don't actually see which one.
Yeah.
Because that would be kind of spoilery for the movie.
She seems the most normal looking out of the entire bunch.
She seems the most normal acting out of the whole bunch. Which is saying a lot
about the people in the hills. In this movie we have that one actor. He's pretty much famous to be in more horror films because of his
Michael Berryman.
Yeah, he's got that. I think he's got a condition where he can't really grow hair, and his just kind of.
It's kind of interesting that we're talking about this because depending on when this video actually comes out, either I will have an upcoming video over on Gamzilong or it will already have been out, and he makes appearances in that.
Oh, cool!
So check out my Guyver video whenever that comes out, if it isn't already out.
Yeah, he does show up in that movie. Now that I remember, he's a decent actor for decent villainous type looking roles or more monstery roles.
He's a good actor.
Yes,
I greatly respect him.
Yeah, me too. And he's I've seen covers for this movie, and they always kind of have him on the main.
As though he's the main villain when he's
just a lackey.
Basically, yeah. There are two characters that are clearly more villainous than him, but they just go with him because he looks the most evil, and that's kind of offensive.
A little bit. They do it because of his features, and that I disagree. The rest have makeup on them.
Or it's possibly because he went on to be in more stuff and is a more recognized actor out of all of...
Oh, maybe. Little House of...
Little Shop of Horrors. Yeah, that
Jack Nicholson.
I was actually going to bring that up, too, yeah.
He has one fucking scene in that movie.
Most home media releases of that movie will slap his face on the cover, even though he's barely in it.
And it's kind of like an older picture of him, too. It's just
it's from the movie. So it's yeah, he's in the movie, but it's not like he's the star.
No.
That'd be like slapping Clint Eastwood's face on Revenge of the Creature.
He was in the movie.
He was in the movie, absolutely, but
not very long.
He's actually in the movie less than Jack Nicholson is in Little Shop of Horrors.
Okay. Yeah, so her and her brother pretty much flee. The family takes off. Apparently the dad's name is Bob, or we're gonna call him Big Bob and then I guess the kid's name is also Bob, or
I think it's Bobby.
Bobby.
Could be like a Bob Jr.
Maybe.
I guess it would maybe help if I pulled up the wiki for the characters, but
I'm trying.
But I guess for the sake of the regular human characters,
I guess the hill people are human-ish.
Like the first image that pulls up when I search for it is
Yep.
is the cover with Michael Berryman on it. Oh, come on.
Harumph. The 1970.
I was trying to find it. I found it. Okay, it looks like it is yeah. The family in this movie are Big Bob Carter as the
patriarch.
I want to say Ethel Carter is the
Mom.
matriarch of this normal family. Then you got Brenda Carter, Bobby Carter, and Lynn Wood, who is married to Doug Wood, and they have a baby named Katie.
Wood.
Yes. In fact, the credits actually list the character as Baby Katie Wood.
Okay, why not?
So anyway, they don't take Fred's advice and wander off into the wilderness and wind up getting stuck when the axle breaks down.
They're like reading a map to try to get through the way, and apparently some of it says nuclear bombing site. Dad, are you serious? It's probably fake, and then a freaking jet flies almost over them, and they lose the control, and then I believe that's when the axle breaks.
Yeah, I think they probably like run over like a gopher hole or
Could
whatever,
be.
prairie dog hole, and that gets stuck, and so they're stuck in the middle of nowhere.
Bumfuck nowhere.
I know that Doug and Big Bob head out to in either direction to try and
Fine.
either get back to the. Well, I know Big Bob heads back to the gas station. Well, Doug just goes off in another direction to try and find a town or
anything.
something.
Anything.
And Doug arrives back before Big Bob does, and that's because Big Bob
Has to go farther.
Well, it's because Big Bob encounters somebody at Fred's gas station.
Yes. Well, I'm thinking it's one of the sons, but I don't think it's Papa Jupiter.
I actually do think it's Papa Jupiter because I know that both Pluto and Mars are the ones who are basically tag teaming for the big scene in this movie, and then Mercury is acting out as lookout back in the hills.
I kind of feel bad for that one because I think he's slightly mentally challenged the way they make him speak.
Pluto too, but
Yeah.
I mean these are
Hill people.
literally they have lived their entire lives in the hill and have had zero education.
They have they have to do it correctly with their speech. Would be education. They don't know.
They've only had their parents to teach them anything, and
they don't know the book learning. No offense to people.
What did you guess the daughter's name was?
Ruby.
Ruby. It is Ruby.
It was a wild guess.
It was a very good guess too. But anyway, Jupiter attacks Fred and kills him, and then captures Big Bob.
Yep. He fucks up Fred.
Now, earlier in the movie, Bobby went out to try and find Beauty after she ran off.
Yeah, because when their vehicle crashed with the camper, they opened up the door and Beauty just bolted.
I think Doug even warned Bobby not to open the door.
Yep.
It's one of the two warned them not to open the door, and the warning just comes just too late.
They got the beast out beforehand because I guess Beauty was acting a little more crazy than the beast. Then One of the girls actually open up the door because Beauty is just barking and barking, and just then she bolts out.
So yeah, Bobby, earlier in the day, while it's still light out, goes off in search of Beauty. And he does find her.
Split open, or gutted, let's just
And
say.
he remains largely paranoid throughout much of the movie. Despite the fact that seeing something as horrific as this, and clearly intentional,
Yeah.
he doesn't say anything to anyone.
He doesn't want to freak anybody out, I think.
I mean, I can understand that, but like maybe say something.
He was like acting very paranoid the entire time.
And it isn't until he seemingly locks himself out of the camper. Well,
I believe his sister and her husband are trying to make whoopee in
they're
the camper.
having fun in the car. Now it should be pointed out that Bobby didn't actually lock himself out of it. That would be Pluto locking the door behind him when he went into the trailer.
So at this point, Pluto is in there with the mother,
Ethel,
and
Brenda, and baby Katie. Well, Lynn and Doug are bumping uglies.
Hey, Bobby was even recommend them just sleep in the camper on the floor.
But
And Doug, Bobby,
admittedly, Bobby does it because he doesn't want to.
I don't want anyone else to be brutally butchered.
Especially since the Big Bob has yet to return.
So they all, at the time, Doug does come back. Like they're like he's like freezing, because unbeknownst to, if you don't know, it gets very, very cold out in the deserts.
Yeah, for as hot as deserts are, they get very cold. Like, I don't understand the physics of it, but I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's an interesting fact. So they're dang near freezing, and one of the girls just kept saying that we're going to be French fries. Burnt French fries. No, wait, now we're going to be frozen French fries. Just
like you can tell she's the younger of the three siblings.
Yeah. She's like the youngest, I believe. Next to the baby.
Well, yeah, but
So,
the baby isn't exactly a sibling.
nope. It's like a niece.
Yeah.
So, they encounter. So, Pluto escapes the camper and then tells him, like, light him up. And they pretty much put. Oh, wait, before we even do this, Papa Jupiter is nailing Big Bob to this. To this cactus.
And this is after he shoved a cactus into Big Bob's mouth to quiet him.
Ouch, by the way.
But yeah, no, the nailing him to the cactus scene.
It's
Like, you can tell that the actor isn't using a whole lot of force when he's driving the nails in, which you're seeing from behind Bob.
Yeah.
So you don't actually see the nails going in, to hide the fact that he's not actually doing it. And well, at first it to me is like, yeah, no, he's clearly not actually doing this with any sort of force. How he ends it off with just a couple tiny taps.
Just to make sure it was.
Just to finish it off is like, oh, that's a craftsman right there.
Should have dusted a little bit above. Perfect.
Like, that went from me being like, oh, I can tell it's fake, to, okay, at least they did put some bit of thought into this to make it a little bit funny.
So, Big Bob is set on fucking fire.
Yeah. Which then causes everybody to get out of the truck, which allows Mars to join Pluto in the...
And during this act, Pluto is attempting to rape the girl.
Brenda.
But then Jupiter grabs a hold of him and like pretty much throws him
No, it's
off.
Mars, not
Mars pretty much throws him off. You gotta be a boy to have that fun, son. Oh,
You gotta be man.
You gotta be a man. And then he just flips the fuck out and trashes their camper. He's raging. He's got them hormones, man.
Now, unfortunately, Lynn makes it back first.
Yep. And
Ethel soon joins her, and it becomes a clusterfuck.
yep.
As Pluto
Just kills.
like he's in the midst of kidnapping baby Katie, and when he's confronted with,
Parents.
he first shoots Lynn,
Yep.
like
Right in the gut.
right in the guy, and then when Ethel grabs a broom and tries to fight him off with that.
Okay, first of all, I know. Okay. Use the wooden part, Ethel.
Yeah, not the bristles. Come on. So he shoots her,
Yep, right in the gut.
and when it turns out Lynn is still alive, he shoots her again.
But
Brenda.
Brenda kind of slides her a knife, and she's able to cut his leg.
Wound his leg before getting shot the second time.
Yeah. And then not Fred.
Doug and Bobby
Get back.
realize that something's happening, and
They just pretty much have to. Big Bob is fried. Like, he's
like Ethel is in hysterics about it.
he's like, that's not my Bob. That's not my Bob. That's not my Bob. Just like,
Now Bobby and Doug get a bit lucky because Mars runs out of bullets in his gun.
yep. Literally, he's about to shoot.
So he and Pluto are forced to have to run off with the baby, the food, and the ammo for the one gun.
Yep. Doug just starts trying to chase him, but he kind of just gives up when he can't really see them. Also, the Beast finally goes off, and he pretty much follows them.
Yeah, it's while Pluto and Mars are returning and have a radio conversation with Mercury, who's playing what?
Watch out.
Yeah, Beast ends up pushing Mercury over the.
He got it easy. Like,
It's like Beast is easily the best character in this whole movie.
oh yeah,
He's got a surprisingly high kill count in this movie.
Dead Meat James has done a kill count on this movie. It's like favorite character, Beast.
But Beast not only kills Mercury, but also steals his radio.
Yep. Takes it back to the camper. And
Now, initially, they think that when Beast returns and tries to get the camper door open, they think that it's one of the hill people coming back. So they shoot through the door, and because of how short Beast is, they completely miss him. But Beast does leave them with the radio. And since it had previously been established that they can hear... they tried to contact anybody using a small hand radio in the camper, and they were overheard by one of the hill people listening in a manner similar to that was described as an obscene phone call. Yeah.
oh, you sick fuck! Click.
Now, for anybody wondering of the ultimate fate of Big Bob, he's eaten.
Yes. Apparently, these hill people are also cannibals. And Papa Jupiter is just berating. He's actually gets irate after finding out that Pluto finds Mercury dead. Looks like he fell off the cliff. What, did he fall? Looks like he got pushed. How the hell would he know if he got pushed or not?
Well, Pluto is smart enough to recognize dog tracks when he's...
Oh, yeah, that's true. Like that devil dog.
So Pluto and Jupiter go out.
Yep.
Well,
Did you? Mercury gets talked to by Papa Jupiter, telling him, "Did you kill them all like I told you?"
Well, in Mars' defense, he ran out of bullets. He tried to kill him.
Yeah. Well, he's not the most kinding father. And Big Mama's not the most kind mother because they had Ruby
Chained up outside.
He's like, "Can I come in?" He's like, "No."
And they were like all excited when they learned that they've got a baby on the menu.
Just like, there's a scene where Ruby and Mama or Ruby's eating, like, I guess dog meat, but she's hearing beast growling and howling, and then she kind of just spits it out, and then she goes, Mama comes in and says, "What, dog, you too good for dog, you runaway whore?" Just like, oof. Ruby is the only normal-looking one in the
She's
normal.
also the only decently behaving.
Yeah.
So like, I don't even know if she partakes in the cannibalism aspect of this film or not. I wasn't paying that close attention.
I don't really think so. But they're eating Big Bob.
Yeah.
So,
but it's thanks to getting their hands on Mercury's radio that the surviving family are able to listen in on what it is that the hill people are planning to do.
Yep.
And so Doug goes out to try and circumvent Pluto and Jupiter, who are on their way to the camper.
He also has the Beast with him.
Now by this point, it's the daytime. So.
Yeah. So during the night, the mom passed away from her wounds,
and begrudgingly, Brenda and Bobby set her up on a lawn chair.
Yep. As bait, technically, for a tripwire. And, they get the vehicle started, but they kept going forward and forward and forward, and it finally runs out of gas. Then Papa
It didn't help that Pluto had to drain the gas tank.
Yeah.
But he conveniently left behind the gas canister that he had drained it into, so they were able to use that later on. But Beast managed to catch up with Pluto
and just dripped the shit out of his leg.
Rips it to pieces. Rips his Achilles tendon to pieces.
Yep. Papa tries to shoot him. I think he gets a grazing hit.
But it mostly just scares Beast off temporarily.
Yeah.
Because while Pluto is trying to hobble back to... Well, he actually tries to chase Beast into one of the bushes, and Beast apparently uses a rabbit to distract Pluto. And then just absolutely myrtleizes the guy by going right for the jugular.
Yep. Only one dog was harmed in the making of this movie.
Now, Ruby, being the sanest one of the entire Hill family, ends up taking the baby after hearing Pluto telling Mars to kill the baby.
So she ends up giving him what we think is a baby, but it's a baby pig.
Yeah. But she flees and manages to find Doug and return the baby. And Doug is like, "No, take care of the baby. We gotta deal with your brother."
And they encounter desert monsters.
Rattlesnakes. Now, meanwhile, Papa Jupiter is finally approaching the camper, and he notices Ethel's corpse sitting in the chair.
He just kind of
goes
looks
to
at it.
investigate. And once Brenda spots that he's in position, they rev up the car's engine and use
like a decoy.
Use the tire wheel as sort of
pulley.
I don't want to say pulley. It's more like the mechanism of a pulley, but it's more like a spool.
There we go. Yeah.
For like yarn or thread, but with like
metal
wire, which Doug found out in the wilderness
of the desert.
And they drag Jupiter across the desert towards the. Now this is all part of another plan that they used by putting the propane tanks into the
turning
camper.
them onto the open area, so the camper just builds up. We're not 100% sure if Jupiter is alive after the explosion because we don't find a body.
I'm pretty sure they kill him off.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, he kind of Bobby. He goes after Bobby after the explosion. Then the girl ends up with the knife and pretty much stabs him in the back.
No, she uses an axe.
Oh, yeah, it was a hatchet. Yeah, that's right. That's Doug that has the knife.
I actually do kind of like it how after the camper explodes, Bobby's like, no, we gotta go check to make sure that he's dead. He's not the kind of he's at least a genre savvy enough to not just assume that the bad guy is dead just because they saw an explosion.
Double tap. You gotta double tap. Or if you're playing Halo, double teabag.
Just hit her in the back of the head. That's an instant kill. Just a blunt automatic death.
Well, we've seen several murders in our horror watching with Barry. That sometimes a hammer to the back of the head or the front of the head doesn't work, especially when you're doing it with Jason and he's wearing a hockey mask.
We have not yet gotten to that part of the series, but sooner rather than later, I would assume.
I hope. Oh, Jesus. But
yeah, now the Hill people are down to 3, and we're only really rooting for one of them.
Yep.
We never really find out what happens to Mama other than
she got whacked with the whiskey bottle.
Yeah,
off camera.
Yeah, but she survived because she's able to tell Mars what happened. So for all intents and purposes, she survives the movie, but eventually Mars and Doug get into a fight, and Mars is trying to stab Doug with his knife.
Yeah, then Ruby kind of just grabs a rattlesnake and has him bite Mars on the back of the neck.
And
I wouldn't touch one of those things.
Well, Ruby was doing it the smart way by trapping its head, the most dangerous part of its body, with a stick. So she was being smart about it. Like, even Mars didn't want to deal with a rattlesnake unprepared.
Yeah, he's like, he sees one just kind of show by when he was looking for Doug and just like, no.
But yeah, while Mars is writhing around from the snake bite, Doug grabs his knife and stabs Mars to death.
Multiple times, by the way.
Yes, he somehow manages to resurrect between stabs.
But he was making sure.
Yeah.
And
then the movie ends.
Yep. We don't know. Maybe Ruby turned bad and killed Doug.
We don't know.
It just goes, the end.
Just
Credits.
I am glad I finally got around to watching this movie.
I honestly was out of this or Texas Chainsaw 2.
I mean, I could have gone either way, to be honest. In fact, recently me and my brothers had been talking about Texas too, and the fact that I've never seen it. Maybe next year.
Maybe, unless we start doing the Chainsaw series on.
I mean, it's entirely possible, or even throughout the rest of the year for your channel.
Yeah. Who knows? What'd you think?
Oh, like I said, I'm glad I finally got around to watching this movie.
Yeah, it's a kind of it's good and it's kind of fucked up.
Yeah,
but it's a horror film.
Yeah,
about hill people. The remake they use a lot more. It's a lot more gory, and it's definitely more violent. And the a lot more makeup designed to make them look more. And there's definitely more. It's like a town of hill people.
Yay.
Yep.
I did not even know that this movie had a sequel until you mentioned it. I had heard of the remake, but I had no idea that there was a second movie.
It's bad.
Well, clearly, since nobody talks about it. Also, this movie did come out after the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh, did it?
Yeah. Texas Chainsaw came out in 1974. This came out in 1977. So that was one of the inspirations, along with Grapes of Wrath, according to the Wikipedia page
Well,
for it.
I went down with Leatherface and his features. Yeah, we gotta watch Texas Chainsaw too.
Also, apparently the film's crew were initially unenthusiastic about the project, but Craven was so enthused that he kind of enthused them along the way.
It's hot. It's hot. Come on, guys. We're in a fucking desert. It's hot.
And then it mentions the franchise.
I believe there's a novel.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I know it looks like there are comics based on the series.
I remember.
Oh my god, there's a remake of the sequel too. God damn it.
I don't think I've seen that one.
And Wes Craven worked on it as one of the screenwriters. Well, granted, he also did write and direct the sequel, the original sequel. So
it's not terrible, but it's quite bad.
yeah,
it's just another family and another Jupiter.
It's just more a case of I'm just now finding out that this one movie has more of an expansive than I realized. Like, I thought it was just the one movie and its remake, but no, there are 2 sequels to each of them, plus a comic series.
Yeah, it's a nice little horror film, and you think the ending, it was like, all right, are they gonna survive?
It just ends. It does remind me of another movie that we're going to be doing a podcast on soon. That one will be coming out at the end of this month, so I'm not going to spoil it. But if you've been paying attention to the Halloween releases that I've been doing over on my channel every Halloween, you'll probably figure it out pretty easily. But for those who don't know, you'll be surprised.
Very, and especially if you haven't seen the movie. I kind of forgot the ending too.
But yeah, no, the abruptness of it did remind me of how abrupt that movie ends.
Yep.
But we'll talk about that when we talk about that.
Yeah, I enjoyed
Mars's teeth.
It's like they're like fangy.
They're like jagged fangs, like seashells or some shit.
Yeah.
Like they look like something that some sort of sea creature would have produced.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no way that those are, natural
teeth.
human teeth. I feel like I've seen those kind of distinct shapes before on something else that's decidedly not human. But I couldn't tell you what they were offhand. And I'm not going to look. At least not until after we're done recording. In which case, yeah.
Oh, shit. Yeah, I really like this movie. It was good fun.
Also, we forgot to mention how Fred basically explains how the Hell family came to be. It's his family.
Yep.
Jupiter is his son. His wife and daughter died, but Jupiter survived.
There was not a goddamn burn on that freak.
Like, even from a young age, he has hated Jupiter.
Mm-hmm.
Because his wife died in childbirth, giving birth to Jupiter.
Then his daughter died in a fire that
he suspects Jupiter started.
Mm-hmm. So he ended up beating Jupiter with a crowbar, and
so Jupiter just has the scarring on his nose and cheek of the movie, which is a really good effect.
Oh yeah, it looked like his nose was slightly split.
Yeah.
And he said, I just threw him out in the desert and hoped the coyotes got him or something. Nope.
And then you got Pluto, who is just Michael Berryman. That's just...
Yep. There's no makeup.
He is surprisingly scrawny. I was not anticipating him to have so little muscle mass. Kind of surprised me.
It's alright, though. But...
I mean, granted,
it was probably one of his first movies.
Right. And the only other movie that he's in that I've seen, Guyver, which he's wearing a
suit.
he's wearing an outfit the entire time, so you don't actually see how he looks underneath. So that kind of
I've seen he kind of shows up in
I know he's in a bunch of other movies.
the
Is it One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest?
he's been in Rob Zombie's what the fuck was it? Oh, not House of a Thousand Corpses, but
I'm not that far ahead, so I can't figure it out.
yeah, Devil's Rejects. Yeah, he shows up in that. He's a janitor in a whorehouse in that movie.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah, this I like.
He was apparently in a couple Star Trek stuff. He was in one of the movies and in an episode of Next Generation, which I'm surprised that I forgot about because I mean, unless that was a super early episode, because I just recently finished watching through that series. Granted, I took a bit of a break while watching that series.
We'll take a
between
hiatus.
a couple seasons. Just like, yeah, okay, this is whatever. But yeah, no, he's easily the biggest star in this movie. That having been said, I think the actress who played Lynn, I definitely recognized her from other stuff, but like
What?
offhand, I definitely recognized her from other stuff, but couldn't quite place anything. Apparently, she was in E.T.
Oh,
playing the mom, so there's that.
okay.
Also, Cujo, Halloween 2007. And a few others that I just briefly mentioned, none of which I've seen.
You have no patience. We'll get there.
But I definitely recognize her from.
Yeah.
But like Michael Berryman is hard to forget.
Well, he's got that iconic look, and it's not his fault.
I mean, now I'm thinking about it, I actually do remember which episode of Next Generation he showed up in.
Was he a red shirt?
Yes, but I think all the characters were wearing red uniforms in that particular scene, so it's not really narrow. Also, like most of the command ranks had switched over to wearing red, so
they realized that they.
Yeah, no, Next Generation more had yellow shirts. So for security.
Oh, that's funny. Favorite kill?
Beast killing Pluto.
It's either that or Bob going up. Poor Bob, though.
Yeah. I just give it to Beast killing Pluto because goddamn, he has one of the highest kill counts in this movie, and he's a dog.
I don't know. Cujo might have him beat.
Yeah, but not in this movie.
No.
Cujo's not even in this movie.
Nope.
But you know who is? Dee Wallace.
He was.
Yeah, she was in Cujo.
Yep. She was stuck in the car.
Yeah. I've only ever read the book. Good read. Although I hear that Stephen King prefers how the movie ended over how the book did.
I guess I haven't really read the book. I read Harry.
I was actually surprised because I had read Cujo after reading The Dead Zone, and it is clearly a sequel to The Dead Zone because some event from The Dead Zone gets referenced in Cujo.
Oh.
So it's like just a huge... Like, I know that a lot of Stephen King's books are interconnected and share the same universe, but it was just so weird to read one book and then immediately follow it up with a book that references the book that I had just read without knowing that they would be connected. It's like, huh.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Anything else you want to say about this movie?
If you haven't seen it, check it out.
Yeah. Like I said, I'm glad I finally got around to watching it. It's a good one.
Yeah. I hate to tell you this, but eventually we're gonna have to do the Bay Turtles.
I know. I'll have to prepare myself by watching them in advance, now that I have them.
I don't hate them, but CGI turtles.
Yeah, but
That's for another podcast.
So I guess
Yep.
I don't have anything else to
Me
say.
neither.
So
Alright, I've been Tank.
I'm Parliament.
See ya.
Bye.
Yeah.